In February of 1781, General Marquis Lafayette was ordered to send his continental troops to Yorktown, Virginia.
May 10, 1781, General Charles Cornwallis and his troops raided Virginia. He believed that he would be able to defeat American troops if he had raided Virginia.
Three main leaders in the Battle of Yorktown were General George Washington, representing the American Army. The representative who represented the British was General Cornwallis and General Comte Rochambeau.
The Battle of Yorktown officially began September 28, 1781. The fight was between American and French troops versus the British troops that were already currently residing in Yorktown, Virginia.
Instead of attacking the British forces head-on, General George Washington decided to build a 2,000-foot trench around Yorktown. On October 11th, he ordered his troops to build a second trench just to be closer to the British lines. The trench was finished on October 14 of 1781.
After years of being George Washington's writer, or letter sender, or right-hand man, so to speak, Alexander Hamilton was going to quit the army altogether just because he wanted to fight so bad. George Washington, knowing this, decided to make him a leader of one of the squads that was going to attack Yorktown. Alexander Hamilton, now having power of a squad, led the initial attack on Yorktown himself. American and French troops successfully raided Yorktown by taking over the 4 barracks that were on the borders of Yorktown that General Cornwallis decided to retreat from. General Cornwallis then decided to try to flee through the Yorktown River, but couldn't due to strong winds that day. October 17, 1781 was the day that the British surrendered to the American troops. The Battle of Yorktown was the most significant battle of the Revolutionary War. This marked the Americans gaining their independence from the British. Rightfully so, due to all the casualties and inconveniences they had during the Revolution against the British.
The Battle of Yorktown was the most significant battle because 1, there were more British casualties than there were Americans, and 2, there was a major decline in support by the British Army in Britain. Because of this, the British decided to make a peace treaty with the Americans a year later to gain back their captured soldiers.
Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, and John Jay met with the British associates to discuss about making a peace treaty. That peace treaty was known as the Treaty of Paris.
Dear students, welcome to the history of the Battle of Yorktown. I'm your instructor, Mr. Quast. The battle started on September 28, 1781 and ended a month after on October 17, 1781, marking the end on the War for Freedom. A French naval fleet blocked the British in by sea. Marquis de Lafayette blocked them in with 5,000 American troops on land. General George Washington commanded the American troops. General Lord Charles Cornwallis led the British troops. (8,800 American troops, 7,800 French troops, and 6,000 British and German troops in this battle. CPS, casualties per side. American French, 80 Americans and 200 French killed and wounded. British, 500. Interesting facts. Prior to the battle, General Cornwallis occupied the town of Yorktown in order to establish a defensible deep-water port. Although the final major battle took place in 1781, the war wasn't over until Treaty of Paris was signed. It wasn't a fair fight. The Continental Army outnumbered the British by more than 2-1. Low on supplies and ammunition, the British had little chance. The thing that ended it all, Treaty of Paris, recognized the U.S. as a free, independent nation. This was the most important battle of the war. It finally gave freedom to a new